Hello, Manchester City fan. Welcome to your go-to spot for all the news and updates about the citizens. In today's video, we bring you exclusive details about the recent conclusion of the hearing involving our club and a comprehensive analysis of its potential impact on the team's future. Before we start, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Let's embark on this journey together. Recently, the hearing investigating Manchester City for alleged 115 infractions was finally concluded. This process had been dragging on for months, and the club now awaits the final verdict, which may not be announced until the end of the 2024 season. According to the Daily Mail, the outcome of this investigation is crucial, as it will determine the impact of the accusations on the organization and the team's performance in the coming years. While the club braces for potential legal developments, manager Pep Guardiola has maintained a composed attitude about the situation. During a press conference, he stated, "I always say that everyone is innocent until proven guilty. Let's wait for the final decision because I'm not a lawyer, just as Haaland isn't one either." This calm and focused approach reflects the resilient spirit of the manager, who remains determined to guide City to further success. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, the club's lawyers are ready to appeal if necessary, which could provide more time for legal planning. If Manchester City is found guilty, the penalties could range from fines to severe sporting sanctions, such as point deductions or even exclusion from major competitions. However, the history of similar cases in the Premier League suggests that the appeals process could take years, giving the club ample time to prepare its defense. But what about you, fans? How do you think this case could impact our club's future? Share your thoughts in the comments. While the club faces challenges off the pitch, the situation on the field is far from ideal. Pep Guardiola is dealing with a squad crisis this season, particularly in the context of the Champions League. With a limited number of first-team players available, the manager will need to be creative in the clash against Juventus. The match, part of the sixth round of the group stage, is crucial for City, who are looking to secure a spot in the last 16. Key absences include important players like Rodri, Nathan Ake, and Mateo Kovacic, along with doubts surrounding Phil Foden, Manuel Akanji, and John Stones. Despite these setbacks, Guardiola still has experienced players like Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, and Erling Haaland, as well as promising youngsters like Rico Lewis and Savinho. In the pre-match press conference, Guardiola commented on the squad's limitations. "It's good to have them back in training, but the situation is still tricky. We need to be resilient and make the most of the tools at our disposal." The likely lineup for the clash against Juventus includes Ederson, Walker, Akanji, Dias, Gvardiol, De Bruyne, Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, Doku, Haaland, Grealish. On 12th December 2024, Manchester City will face Juventus in Turin in a decisive Champions League group stage match. Both teams have shown similar performances so far, with 2 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss. However, City enters the game under pressure due to their inconsistent form in the Premier League, having won only one of their last 5 matches. Meanwhile, Juventus, managed by Thiago Motta, is unbeaten in their last 4 encounters. One factor in City's favor is their attacking efficiency. The team has scored 13 goals in the competition compared to Juventus's 7. However, defense remains a weak spot, with City conceding 7 goals so far. Amid the challenges of this season, Pep Guardiola is looking to the future by betting on young talents. One standout is Claudio Echeverri, recently signed from River Plate. Nicknamed El Diablito, the young Argentine is regarded as one of South America's most exciting prospects. Initially, Echeverri was expected to be loaned to one of the City Football Group clubs, such as Girona. However, Guardiola chose to integrate him directly into the first team, believing the player can contribute immediately. The manager highlighted, "Claudio has extraordinary talent. I believe he can help us not just in the future but also now, at a time when we need creativity and energy." This decision reflects Guardiola's search for creative solutions to overcome the challenges of the season. With the January transfer window approaching, City fans are hoping for new signings to strengthen the squad. The absence of Rodri has been particularly felt, leading the club to explore midfield options. Among the names being considered, Martin Zubimendi from Real Sociedad and Ederson from Atalanta are the favorites. Both players are known for their versatility and ability to contribute both defensively and offensively. Ederson, in particular, has caught Guardiola's attention, who sees him as a potential replacement for Rodri. Despite interest from other clubs, such as Liverpool, City appears willing to invest to secure the Brazilian signing. But what about you, fans? Who would you like to see wearing the Citizens jersey in January? The Manchester City team, known for its star-studded squad, is facing a moment of crisis. With several injuries and players out of form, Pep Guardiola has been forced to work with a reduced group, facing significant challenges in both the Premier League and the Champions League. The current situation highlights the importance of effective squad management, one of Guardiola's greatest strengths throughout his career. In the Champions League, the upcoming clash against Juventus promises to be a crucial test for City. Facing a traditional opponent at the Allianz Stadium with a limited squad puts even greater pressure on the available players. With only 12 outfield players fully fit, the margin for error is almost non-existent. The absences include key names such as Rodri, a midfield cornerstone, Nathan Ake, an important defensive figure, and Mateo Kovacic, who was signed to strengthen the central area. In addition, Manuel Akanji and Phil Foden remain doubts. The latter, having recovered from bronchitis, will not be fit for the clash, leaving Guardiola with even fewer options for his starting 11. The importance of Phil Foden in this European campaign cannot be overstated. With 5 goals in the Champions League, he has stood out as one of the team's key players. However, the young Englishman's season has been marred by a series of physical issues and illnesses, compromising his continuity on the pitch. For Guardiola, Foden's absence is a significant blow in a game that demands intensity and creativity in attack. Despite this, the Spanish manager remains optimistic, placing his trust in the available players and the team's ability to overcome adversity. Guardiola emphasized that in moments like these, it's essential to focus on the collective and leverage the potential of the squad's young talents, such as Rico Lewis and Savinho. With the bench largely made up of academy players, City might discover new stars amidst these challenges. The manager has already shown his knack for developing young prospects, and this could be the chance for some of them to shine on a high-level stage like the Champions League. Among the names that could step up is Rico Lewis, a versatile fullback who has already demonstrated maturity in key matches. Alongside him, Savinho, a promising Brazilian, is also expected to earn valuable minutes to prove his worth. The situation also raises questions about squad planning. Did City underestimate the need for depth by selling or loaning out key players? This is a question that will need to be addressed in the coming months, particularly with the transfer window approaching. On 12th December, all eyes will be on the Allianz Stadium. The clash between Juventus and Manchester City represents much more than just a battle for group leadership in the Champions League. For both clubs, it's an opportunity to regain confidence and demonstrate strength during a period of instability. Juventus, managed by Thiago Motta, arrives at the match on the back of solid performances in recent games. Unbeaten in 4 matches, the Italian side aims to consolidate its defensive solidity and quick transitions. With an attack led by Federico Chiesa and Dusan Vlahovic, the Vecchia Signora poses a constant threat to any defense. On the other hand, Manchester City carries the weight of being one of the favorites for the title, even amidst recent struggles. With only 1 win in their last 5 games, Guardiola's side urgently needs a convincing performance to calm the fans' nerves and get back on track. City's probable lineup includes an attack led by Haaland, Grealish, and Doku, with De Bruyne, Gundogan, and Bernardo Silva forming the midfield. However, the defense remains a concern, especially with the absences of Akanji and Ake. This match will also be a litmus test for Guardiola, who must showcase his tactical prowess to overcome the squad's limitations and find creative solutions. A victory in Turin would not only secure qualification for the next stage, but also provide the team with the morale boost needed to face future challenges. With the January transfer window approaching, Manchester City has the opportunity to address the issues that have emerged in the first half of the season. Priorities include reinforcing the midfield and defense, areas that have been severely impacted by injuries and underperformance. Martin Zubimendi from Real Sociedad emerges as a top target for the midfield. The Spaniard has impressed with his tactical intelligence and ability to distribute play, qualities that fit perfectly into Guardiola's system. Another name gaining traction in recent days is Ederson from Atalanta. The Brazilian midfielder has been making waves in Serie A, earning praise for his versatility and ability to contribute both defensively and offensively. However, negotiations won't be easy. Both Real Sociedad and Atalanta are reluctant to let their players go mid-season, especially given their own ambitions in domestic and European competitions. For City, this means significant investment will likely be required to secure these signings. In addition to the midfield, the defense also needs reinforcements. The absence of Ake and Akanji has exposed the lack of depth in this area, with players like Josko Gvardiol and Ruben Dias being overburdened. Strengthening the backline is crucial to ensuring the team's stability during decisive moments of the season. Another highlight in City's planning is the integration of Claudio Echeverri, the young Argentinian talent nicknamed El Diablito. Guardiola decided to bring the player in early, avoiding loans and betting directly on his development in the first team. Echeverri represents not only an investment in the future, but also an immediate solution for a squad that lacks creativity and energy in certain positions. If the Argentinian can quickly adapt to the pace of European football, he could become a key player in City's rebuild. Manchester City is at a critical point in its history. Between financial misconduct allegations, a squad crisis, and the need for reinforcements, the club faces a series of challenges that will test its strength and resilience. In the coming months, on-pitch performance will be crucial in determining the season's direction. A solid Champions League campaign and a recovery in the Premier League could completely change the current narrative, restoring City's status as favorites in all competitions. City fans, what are your thoughts on Manchester City's current situation? Do you believe the team can overcome these challenges and win trophies this season? Leave your comments and join the conversation. If you enjoyed this content and want to keep up with all the latest news about Manchester City, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It helps us bring you more detailed analyses and the latest updates about your favorite team. Turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates. A big hug and see you in the next video, citizens.